call it whatever you want to call it, but this was by no means an upset, AJ. This is how the fight, I think most people thought that the fight would end this way, but the route to which Ankalaev got to victory was a little surprising. Not very grappling intensive until the late rounds. Low volume for both fighters, but what was it, early that second round, Santos clipped Ankalaev, and we said, all right, we're going to have to see how he fares with this adversity. So give me your take overall on the matchup, my man. Was this performance enough to catapult Ankalaev to a potential title shot, which is what he called out after the fight? What do you think?
He did call out the title shot, and not really to me. Although, don't get me wrong, Santos and have made always a dangerous opponent, always very game, but made Ankalaev look not slow, not timid, but not as sharp and aggressive as we've seen him go before. You know, I was mentioning to you, I thought Ankalaev, maybe not mentioned to you, I might have just wrote it down, but either way, I thought Ankalaev respected Santos maybe just a little bit too much. Maybe it was from that second round where he gets caught and he got caught right on the head, snapped that neck a little bit, and got him on some wobbly feet. So maybe that's where the respect really came from. But even up before that, the output wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be hands flying and then shooting for the takedown for Ankalaev and doing what he does best, man. Is it enough to push him towards a title fight? I don't really think so. But at the same point, it was not an upset by any means at all. What do you think, Derek? Does he deserve a title shot after this kind of win?
Well, it's tough for me because 8-fight win streak. I think 5 of those 8 fights have come via a finish of some variety. So on paper, you kind of say yes, but when you watch it and you say, did this pass the eye test, you want to say, no, not really. I mean, Thiago Santos is number 5. He's fought the best of the best. Has he won much recently? Not necessarily, but it is a great, great feather to hold in your cap. So for Magomed Ankalaev, I would have loved to see a finish. I would have loved to see a little more domination. Because going into round 4, the commentary team was saying, like, this could be real close, man. In a weird way, like, this could be close. At the end of the day, I don't have the actual numbers on hand, but it was a clear decision for Ankalaev. Nobody was disputing the outcome of the victory. I just think you just got to do a little bit more, which is tough to talk about a guy who has gotten majority finishes in his career. So maybe not enough for me, but for the UFC brass, you'd have to think, well, they need somebody, right? Because literally you have Yuri Prochazka, Glover Teixeira, and then who? You got Magomed Ankalaev. That's the next guy, right? You got the Anthony Smiths. Who else do you have in the division right now?
Alexander Rakic, brother. But at that same point, he hasn't been doing much, though.
Yeah, we're counting him out because he doesn't want to take the fights. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the point, though, is that he's, like, being too selective. So Uncle Dana, what does he often do? He says, well, I'm not giving you a choice here, brother. You keep turning him down, so I guess he doesn't want to fight. You know how Dana will say that in the press conference, well, he didn't want to fight. And it's like, well, there's a little more to it than that. But, all right. Either way, when it comes down to it, this is not the most impressive win of Ankalaev's career. I thought the Nikita Krylov victory was a little more impressive than this one against Santos, but let's talk about the flip side for a second. Thiago Santos, where does he go from here? He just had a big win over Johnny Walker, which was a little disputed, but we saw a little bit of that Maheta blitz come out, man. We saw the athleticism. We saw a little bit of that do or die come out until he got tired in the 4th and 5th round, and it was game over. So is this the end of Thiago Santos in terms of, like, championship aspirations? Is he solidified as a gatekeeper at this point?
I think so, man. Just because you're right. We did see those little flashes, those blitz come out. That power is still there, but the power never goes away. Yeah. The rest of the division is really catching up to that speed, and they know the blitz is coming, man.
Yeah.
I feel like it is as Santos has solidified himself as that gatekeeper position. Because do we see him doing anything unexpectedly in a fight to get him to that next level, back to the championship? Not really. It's kind of more where he's been stagnant, and then we'll see glimpses of him what he used to be. And you never want that to be your MO as a fighter.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. So hopefully we see some more competitive bouts from Santos in the future, but I think it's fair to say we've been more or less relegated to gatekeeper status at this point. However, Magomed Ankalaev, he is the man of the day. He is the dark horse. We tried to tell you. We've been telling you about this guy for a long time, folks. So it's like, don't be surprised. Please, just give us a listen next time. You know what I mean? Take our word on this one. Like I said, 60% plus overall on the year. Either way, big win by Magomed Ankalaev. He says he deserves a title shot next, and we'll see if he gets it.